Now we've got a racing modifier and see what that looks like. I don't like it. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaz Draycott Media and welcome to another episode of Gran Turismo 2. We're 342 days in now, so we've been on this for quite a while. We've got 2.9 million in the bank and we're here at Nissan. I'm very excited about Nissan because in these special events they've got a lot of different cars that they want us to race. The first one being the Silvias and 180SXs. You cannot use race cars here, so do not even think about using that Daishin Silvia GT300 car. Chaz, there is going to be a good old mix of machines in here. Now, money's not going to be a problem for us anymore, so we can just buy cars and just have a laugh with them. There is, however, a special edition of the Silvia that I do want to try out here, and also the 180SX, so bear with me. Now, if you'll remember, we won the Silati a long time ago. This is basically a Silvia and a 180SX crossed into one. We also have the Nismo 240R as well to play with, and I'm not sure if these special editions of these cars will make it in, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Let's try the Silati first, though, because I don't remember actually driving this. Here goes nothing. Of course. Of course. Right, let's try the Nismo 240R. Please allow me to correct myself, because it's a 270R, not 240. And that does not work either. Okay, so it looks like we're buying a new Silvia. And by new, I mean used. We're going to try and have a look at what the best Silvia that we can get for the money would be. I mean, we can get, I don't know if we're allowed to use a 240SX. Wow, there's a lot here. We've got 300ZXs, Nissan Stagea RS4, the Ortec as well, and that's the most expensive second-hand car. The Skyline GTR KPG C10? I've never heard of this. Oh, right, okay then. Well, that's absolutely mint. Okay, so let's go for the... Well, the 240SX is technically a Silvia, isn't it? But it's just... don't know. To be honest, we've got a very good Silvia. We've got a race car Silvia. I think we should get a 180SX and just do it up like mad. I know that noise is horrible to listen to, I'm sorry. There are actually no 180SXs in here. There's a Pulsar GTIR. What's a fastback 240SX? Okay. Looks like a normal one. Let's get a 1991 Silvia K's. Yellowish silver two-tone. That is so horrendous that it's brilliant. We're going to make this into a right wagon. Right, because money is no object now, we're going to do everything to this. So let me get to work. We're going to speed this footage up, and this is going to be a good laugh. Just a quick one. When I say everything, I don't mean everything. Things like brake balance controllers, we can take it or leave it with them. Okay, I think that's the first car we've actually done that to in this game, to be fair, in this run-through. And I like to think that we've made a monster. There's one more thing, though, that we need to do to it to just make it really look the part. And, of course, that's a set of wheels as well. Now, I want to put some big 5-spoke speed lines on this, maybe some black ones, just to make it, I don't know, the black sort of blends in a little bit, doesn't it? I think maybe some big, fat, wide 5 spokes. Yeah. Let's just go with that, because they look absolutely mega on this thing. I did have doubts for a moment there that this wasn't going to be applicable, but it says Silvia there and Silvia there, so I don't see any reason why not. But this is, as you would have seen, 380 brake horsepower. It's got everything added to it. It's got racing slicks. This is going to be a weapon. And we're on Rome short as well, so it's going to be a quick start-stop sort of race. Let's give this a go. I'm excited to see how it sounds, actually. Oh, that sounds potent. Okie dokie then. Excuse me. I mean, it's not as wild and mental as I thought it'd be, but oh god, it stops. And it goes. It looks absolutely horrendous, but we're going to racing modify this as well, let's not forget. Oh god. And it's going to look, hopefully, better when we racing modify it. Bye. Oh god, Rome short. I'm sorry, Champagne Supercar. It's fast though. As I said, it might not be as crazy as I thought it was going to be, but I mean, doing 130 mile an hour there, and I only remember doing that sort of speed around there in GT cars. Changing up to 5th. Well, there's 150. Nearly getting 155. Look at the way that grips. The brakes were insane there, and I just got on the power and it just went forwards. Now I think because we've put a ridiculous amount of power in this, they've definitely upped their game with their cars as well, but nowhere near as much. Then again, we've spent a lot of money on this, over 100 grand. We will do this to more cars in future as well. I think to round out the series, we might take some cars that we know we can get a lot of power out of and make absolutely ridiculous, and then just play with them. Because once we finish the game, basically, there's no point doing anything else. That's a very easy win, though, I have to say. What a car we've made. Now we've got to racing modify it and see what that looks like. I don't like it. Fine. Let's get it over with. Okay, we find ourselves at Special Stage Route 5 for this one. We're doing the full circuit. Let's see what we've got. Well, what we've got is definitely more power than the cars around. Okay, thanks, mate. Yeah, alright. Oh, is that one with pop-up headlights? It was. This thing is... I mean, performance-wise, it's phenomenal, but you'd expect that when we've done everything to it. Okay, that was quite fun. On a quick side note, I'm not sure if you noticed what race was next after... Oh, we're going that way. What race was next after this? It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just telling you that. And we don't have to racing modify the next car either, so we don't have to spend a load of money on racing modification. But we are going to do a similar thing where we just chuck absolutely everything at it and make it the best car we possibly can, because I love the next car that we're going to be racing. Let's see what it's like in this chicane, shall we? It's so stable on the brakes, it's absolutely wonderful. And even though it's rear-wheel drive and it's got a lot of power, it's still really good on the throttle as well. It doesn't try and kill you everywhere. It's only when you're going from slow stuff in second gear we get a bit of a chance now to really open the taps. There's 135. 150. 5. 60. 63 I saw then before I looked up and found that we were already smashing into the tunnel. Let's see if we can get another nice drift around here. Oh, not as good, but still a nice little drift all the same. Oh, I never get that corner right. That's one that I've really, without sort of noticing it, have really struggled with throughout this whole playthrough. That section there. Going in both directions as well, coming back up the hill and going down the hill. Don't know why, but I think it's just, you always get that on racing games, don't you, where you think there's corners that you can manage and others that, yeah, you just don't really ever get them. Well, so far this has been an absolute walkover, and I say so far as if we've got a long way left to go. We're literally coming out of the final corner now, on the power, up the gears very quickly. It's a shame about how the racing modification looked at the end, but what a car we built. Very quick machine, this Silvia. 155 across the line, and at least that's the Silvia's complete. Good variation in the cars as well. 240 SXQs, we've got Silvia Qs, 2 litre and 1800cc, a Silvia Spec S Aero and a Fastback Type X. That's what I love about the Japanese section of the Gran Turismo games, is you get all these amazing variations of these cars. It's just awesome. Right then, I did ask a moment ago if you saw what was coming up next. This. The Nissan Pulsar. What an absolute chav wagon these are, but my god, they are fun. We're going to buy one, used, of course, and then we're going to give it all of the power in the world. Let's see whether we can find one in here. Boom, sorted. Right, let's get the most expensive one, because it's usually... I think that is the most expensive one. We've got a few of them. Oh, I don't really like that blue-grey colour. Sorry. Now, there's a couple of versions of this as well. This is the 1991 Pulsar GTIR that we're looking at right now. Don't like it in red either. Is that a white one? Marble white. No, not a massive fan. Can we buy a new one? I highly doubt it. Pulsar VZR. That's the newer one, actually. Yeah, we can't. Okay. Well, let's get one of them, because I prefer the 91. We'll go for the grey one. What I was going to say is, one thing that I do want to do eventually in the game is we are going to start looking through the used car markets for random stuff that we might not be able to buy brand new, because I think if we just spend a day in the game, that is, going through the used car market bit by bit to just pick out any random stuff, I think we'll have a really good time of it, to be fair. We can really nerd out about the cars. Anyway, we've got ourselves a Pulsar GTIR. It's already got 226 brake horsepower, but we're going to try and give it plenty more than that, aren't we? So let's go to give it an exhaust first, because, well, exhaust and air filter is the first thing you should do to any car when you modify it. 244 brake already. We are going to go to engine and just give it a remap. I don't really rate any of the other stuff, engine balancing, displacement, or port and polish, to be fair. They only add a couple of horsepower here and there. But these are the big money numbers now. Turbo kit. 285 brake from stage 1. 332 brake from stage 2. Please say you can stage 3 it. 372 horsepower, and you cannot stage 4. 372 horsepower, though, in our Nissan Pulsar. And I imagine you can probably get an intercooler with that as well. Racing one puts it to nearly 400 horsepower. 397 brake now. Well, to slow it down, you need decent brakes as well, to be honest. Brakes are very important when you've got a fast car, so let's grab us some of them. And I know that we don't have to racing modify it, but we're still going to go through the weight reduction stages anyway. Maybe just stages 1 and 2, because stage 3 is so expensive, it's not really worth it unless you are going to racing modify it. And I do want to add a clutch to it. I mean, it's already got one, but of course I want to add a better one. We'll put a triple plate clutch in it, and we may as well lighten the flywheel while I'm here. You can see why it's a nightmare to go food shopping with me, can't you? Okay, straight over to the event, and let's see what monster we've created. Okay, Seattle Short is quite an interesting circuit to be able to test this at, because it's very point and squirt, this car, and I think the circuit's going to be the same. Well, that sounds a lot more potent than the ones around us. Let's just say that. Oh, they're four-wheel drive, aren't they? Oh, lordy lord. Lordy lord. Yep. I know. You can lean on me all you want. Yep. And goodbye. Hello. Oh, we're in a bit of a situation. Sorry. Off the limiter in third. Oh, it doesn't turn. I didn't put tyres on it, did I? I didn't put racing tyres. It's still got road tyres on it. That's to the turbo creeping in. I'm so bad at this track, man. There we go. Power. Yeah, good brakes are important, but to be honest, good tyres are even more important. Right, let's see what speed we can get out of it here. Go. It's nearly 400 horsepower, this. I mean, it's Pokey, but it's not as, like, blow you away Pokey as I would have thought. I think it's because we've done certain bits and not others, so maybe it's a little bit incomplete. Maybe it needs better tyres and it would really accelerate then if it had the grip. Yeah, I love the fact that it's four-wheel drive, though. I've done it again. I always do that. We're not actually getting away from them either. That's the annoying bit. We've spent all this money on this car to make it as fast as possible. And then because Chaz has forgotten to put good tyres on it, it's not got the prod and it's not got the capability of any of the other cars here. Look at that! All this money and we're only going to beat him by about a second and a bit. Flipping out. I baffle myself sometimes. Still, we won the race though, and that's the important thing. But I'm afraid that car was not as impressive as I would have expected. Now, all of the other ones we're up against are the newer 1997 car, but still, that's not really an excuse, is it? What are the winnings? 3 grand. 2.6 million. We were over 3 million at the end of the last episode. That is going to be all, though, from this episode of Gran Turismo 2. Thank you very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.